Hello ladies, I'm so excited. I'm so glad that we can still continue exercising even through the circumstances. So here's our little normal Thursday class and I hope that you enjoy it. We're going to start. I hope your mats are ready, prepared, and you are in your exercise clothes. We're going to start from the top at the end of our mats. So we're going to start just placing our feet shoulder width apart, lengthening through that spine. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, slowly rolling our chin, then shoulders, then chest, all the way to the ground, getting into a nice rounded C curve, allowing yourself to stretch through that spine, and inhale, and slowly on the exhale, rolling one vertebra at a time from the bottom of your back all the way up. And opening that chest and extending that spine and opening those hands, and inhale and slowly rolling head, then shoulders, then chest, all the way back down. Here you're just going to hover for a little bit, deep breath in, just allowing your body to fall. While you're here, you're just thinking of your air going through that nose as you're breathing in, and exhale right into the lungs and back out. Being grateful that we can still exercise even through these circumstances. We're going to take one hand and put it on your elbow, and same with the other hand. And you're slowly going to draw towards your left hand side, allowing a stretch in that right part of your body, pushing your arms down to the ground. You can bend those knees slightly if you have to. And inhale. Slowly on the exhale, moving towards the other side and pushing down. And inhale. And slowly back down to center. And just falling for a little longer before we inhale. And slowly lifting back up. From here, we're slowly going to roll back down on that exhale. And walking our hands on halfway down that mat. From here, we're pushing our heels into the ground. We're rotating our pelvis up towards the ceiling. And we're going to hold a nice 5-second, 4, 3, 2, bending that right leg, pushing that heel of the left foot into the ground. And slowly rolling over to the other side. And we're just going to alternate between these two before we walk back to the floor. And 1, we're going to do 4, and 2, and 3, and pushing both arms down, pushing your head towards the floor, pushing your arms down into the ground, heels into the ground. We're going to inhale, and exhale, and inhale. And slowly walking yourself down into a plank position just to start that activation, squeezing those glutes, lengthening through that spine. We're going to hold for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and dropping that knee in, dropping that other knee, and we're going to extend your right knee and lean it over across the midline, leaning into that left glute. And we're just going to rock into that glute backwards and forwards, allowing a nice glute stretch. And 2, and 3, and 4. And from here, activating that core, inhale. And on the exhale, extending and holding into a Superman. For 10 deep breaths in, and exhale, and inhale, and 3, 2, 1, dropping down, extending that left leg, bringing it across midline, leaning into that right glute now, and using the back of your other toe to push backwards and forwards. Keep breathing. Inhale. And 2 more. Getting a nice deep stretch into that glute. We're going to inhale, exhale, activate, and hold into that Superman for 10. Keep breathing, tucking in that pelvis, activating that core, neck in neutral. 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly dropping back down. We're going to turn into a nice seated position. From here, we're going to sit just extended, placing our legs not into a cross-legged position, but just a little bit wider than that. We're going to place our right leg in the front, left leg tucked into that right leg, right arm on the side, and we're slowly going to stretch and lean over into that rainbow position, extending through that arm, allowing a stretch into that side of your body, pushing that left glute into the ground. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, reach and rotate. As we're rotating, lifting that other hand over to the other side. And inhale, extend, and exhale, rotate. We're going to do that one more time. Remember to push that glutes, the opposite glutes, down into the ground to intensify that stretch. And inhale, and exhale, rotate. And pushing through and holding. Pushing that glutes into the ground, and inhale, and exhale, rotate. We're going to cross over the legs. I want the right leg tucked in and the left leg just outside of that right leg, placing that left hand to the side and reaching over, pushing that right glute into the ground. We're going to extend and reach and rotate around and over. Keep extending, keep breathing. We are just getting that warm, a nice warm up, getting those muscles warm. Breathing in, pushing that left glute into the ground, and exhale, rotate. One more time on each side, following the movements for both arms, and deep breath in, and exhale, rotate. And last one, and we're going to hold. And from here, I want us to turn around into making sure you're nice and center in your mat. You're going to hold your hands behind the back of your knee. You're lengthening through the spine. You're activating your core. And you are sucking in that pelvic floor. Okay, so we have our cues. I'm not there to check you, so I hope that you're doing it nicely at home. You are going to inhale. And on the exhale, we're slowly going to rotate that pelvis downwards towards the floor. You're going to hold there. We're not going all the way down. It's just a slight rotation of that pelvis. Then we're activating that core, keeping those knees together. We're going to extend our arms into a T position. And we're going to inhale, exhale, and inhale. We're going to hold for 3, 2, 1. Placing hands behind head, rolling back up, resting for 3, 2. We're slowly going to bring those feet a little bit closer towards our glutes. We're going to inhale, exhale, slowly lower a little bit more to there, keeping that back straight now. We're just going to hold into that T position, trying to make sure that your feet are still in contact with the ground. We're inhaling and exhaling. And 5, 4, 3, 2, placing hands behind those knees. We're going to roll a little bit lower, keeping that activation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and placing those hands down and slowly rolling yourself down. If you can, keeping your hands out in front of you, but if you need to, you can assist by walking your hands down your legs. You're slowly going to roll down into that supine position, making sure that your hands are comfortably on your sides, drawing your scaps down your back. We're going to inhale, exhale, rolling that pelvis up towards the ceiling, squeezing those glutes. We're going to do 4 of these before we progress the exercise. And inhale and exhale, slowly rolling back down. Remember to articulate through the spine while you're moving, and back to neutral. And inhale, exhale, slowly rolling back up. That's 2. And squeezing at the top, and inhale and exhale down. Let's do 2 more, sucking in that pelvic floor, lifting back up, controlling, digging those heels into the ground, squeezing those glutes, drawing those shoulders down the back. I want you to feel a good activation of that glute. Inhale, exhale, slowly rolling back up. From here, staying in the air, we're going to transfer our weight onto our left leg, lifting our right leg into tabletop position. From here, we're going to single leg toe tap into straight leg lower. We're going to do 8 of these, and that's 1. Single leg tabletop toe tap into straight leg lower. That's 2. And bent leg toe tap into straight leg lower. 3. Keep going, keeping that hip height, keeping both hips in line with each other. Let's do 4 more. And 1. And extend and lower. And 2. And extend and lower. And 3. And extend and lower. And last one, we're going to hold for 10 seconds. So let's push through if you can. We're going to lift into that single leg reverse bridge position, lengthening through that leg. I want you to try and imagine that leg's being pulled towards the wall in front of you. And we're going to hold for last 3, 2, 1, and slowly dropping that leg down, lifting that other leg up into tabletop, and starting a deep breath in, and exhale, toe tap, inhale into a straight leg lower. That's 1, and toe tap, and straight leg lower. 2, inhale up, exhale, toe tap, straight leg lower. We've got just a few more to do. Let's keep pushing. I'm not there to make sure that you're doing it right. So just remember my cues. Keep those glutes tight, those hips high, and that core and glute nice and activated. And let's do 1 more. And bent leg toe tap into straight leg lower, back lengthening. We're going to hold for 10, deep breath. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, back into that tabletop, and slowly dropping that leg down, lifting those hips to slowly roll back down. Arms in a T position. We're going to put our knees and ankles together and slowly rock from side to side, allowing that movement in that hip and a nice stretch down the side of your body. While we're rolling, I'm going to talk you into the next movement. We're going to place our hands on our sides. We're going to lift our legs into tabletop position. We're going to inhale. Exhale, right leg toe tap. Inhale up, left leg toe tap. Inhale up. That's 2. And 3, 4. Just doing a little bit of a warm up. 5, 6, 7, and 8 into double leg toe taps. 1. Remember, inhale up. Exhale down, but just remember to make sure that when you're going down, that pelvis isn't tilting.
So I need you to make sure that while you're working, you're sucking in that pelvic floor and monitoring the stability and the movement of your pelvis while maintaining a nice core activation, pulling that belly to the spine. Let's do 2 more. 1 and 2. And back into tabletop position. We're slowly going to interlace our hands behind our heads. We're going to lower that right leg back to the floor, left leg back to the floor. We're going to inhale. On the exhale, slowly rolling head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. And inhale back. We're going to do 8 of these. Exhale up. Inhale back down. 2. Exhale up. Inhale down. 3. 4. Keep going, making sure that you're activating nicely, lifting as high as you can to allow that movement, to allow a good activation of the core. Let's do 1 more. On that last one, we're lifting just a little bit higher to activate a little bit harder, and we're going to inhale, and on the exhale, rotate towards the right, and inhale center, rotate towards the left, inhale center. We're doing 8 of these, and this is 3, inhale center, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and last one to the left, lifting a little bit higher to slowly roll back down. Last little push, placing hands down on your sides. You're slowly going to lift those legs back into tabletop position. You're going to place your hands behind your head. You're going to inhale. On the exhale, rolling head, neck, and chest off the ground. And you're going to inhale. Exhale, rotate towards your right. So pretty much the same exercise we've just done, but just with your legs in a tabletop position. We're doing 8 of these. That's 4. Keeping your elbows in the periphery of your eyes and keeping that core tight. And 7, and 8. And slowly rolling back down, extending arms overhead. We're going to inhale. On the exhale, lifting arms towards the ceiling and then towards the side. And slowly exhale, inhale back. And exhale, lift up and around. We're just going to do 3 of these before we begin. And we're lifting up and over. And keeping there. Gaps are off the ground, core is activated. We're going to extend those legs if you can, and you're going to push into the ground. If you need to, you can bend to that tabletop, but if you want more of a challenge, you can extend. And we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bending back into that tabletop, leaning hands back overhead. Right leg down, left leg down, placing hands on your sides and lifting up into that reverse bridge for active recovery. Lifting up and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and inhale. And exhale, slowly rolling back down. You're going to lift back into that tabletop position, and we're going to do that set we've just done again. We're going to place hands overhead and deep breath in. On the exhale, lifting arms to ceiling, head, neck, and chest off the ground. And if you want to, extending those legs into pushing those hands down into the ground, and deep breaths. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 8. Last little push. Let's keep going. 9 and hold. and 10, and bending down, bringing arms into a T position, slowly leaning those legs right over to the side, allowing a deep stretch into the front part of your body as well as the side, looking into the opposite direction. And inhale, and slowly using your core to slowly roll back over to the other side, looking into the opposite direction. And we're going to do this one more time on each side, and slowly rolling over to center and back over to the other side. And back to center and over to the other side. Rolling back over to center. You're going to place your legs back onto the floor. We've got one more core exercise before we turn over onto our sides. I want you to slowly lift legs into tabletop position. You're going to place your arms in a T position, and you're going to extend those legs up. If you need to, you can place your hand behind the back of your pelvis to make sure that you're not moving. The key here is to activate that core to allow stability in that pelvis so that when your legs are moving, those hips aren't. So if you don't feel like you can control yourself, just place your hands just behind the back of your pelvis. You're going to inhale. On the exhale, rotate towards the right-hand side and all the way around to left and back to center. Inhale. Exhale, rotate to center. Inhale, drop to right. Exhale, rotate. Slow control movement. We're making sure that that pelvis is not moving. If you're feeling like you can't control, then just do the movements a little bit more slowly. As I said, the key is that you maintain stability of that pelvis by activating the core. We're going to do 2 more towards the right before we move over onto the left. And inhale and slowly drop to the left. Exhale, rotate around. And inhale, drop to left. Exhale, rotate. If you're not feeling an activation in the core while you're doing this, it means that you aren't activating your core. We should be getting a nice little burn or a deep burn into that entire abdominal region. Inhale, drop left. Exhale, rotate. And let's do 2 more. And down, drop around and rotate. And last one, dropping, rounding and rotating. Back to tabletop, right leg down, left leg down, and turning over onto your right hand side. From here, we are slowly going to place our shoulders, knees and hips all in line with each other. From here, you're going to tuck in that pelvis, activate that core, and lift that top leg towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale, and as we inhale, we're going to kick forward and kick backwards. And we're going to do 8 of those. So kick, 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 kick. That's 1, 2, 3. Keep going. 4. Keeping that height. 5. Key here also glutes as well as stability of that pelvis. And from here straight into a hold, lifting that leg, slight forward rotation of that hip to isolate that glute. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bending and extending that leg, and 1. Keeping that height and extend and lift that leg, forward rotation of that hip, and don't hyperextend that lower back. Let's do 4 more, and 1, and 2, and 3, and we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and dropping down. Okay, and you can just bring those knees up and rest a little bit if you need to. We're going to do one more set before we move over to the other side. So let's get back into it. Lifting, remember, as I said, hips, knees, and shoulders all in line. We're going to have a slight forward rotation of that upper hip, forming that forward rotation or internal rotation of that foot. And we're going to do up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, core tight, 5, 6, 7, and big circles forward. Remember with this one, you're also making sure that that pelvis isn't moving. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and backwards, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and last 2, 7, and we're going to go straight if you can, lifting up. You can rest if you have to, but I need you to lift up and hold into that side plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and if you're feeling like you can push a little bit harder, we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bending that leg, and we're going to turn over onto our tummies. Placing arms overhead, lengthening your body, extending as far as you can, neck in neutral. You're going to activate right leg and right glute to lift right leg and left arm up towards the ground. We're going to hold core tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the other side. And we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lifting both arms and both legs up and holding for 10 deep breaths. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. From here, keeping your legs up, we're slowly going to bring those arms into a rugby post position to squeeze elbows towards each other and back into extension. You're going to do 5 of these, and 2, squeezing, keep pushing, and 3, and 4, and last one, we're going to go to 5, and slowly extending and rolling back down. We're going to do that 2 more times, so just to prepare that mind, making sure you're not hyperextending that back, so squeeze those glutes, lift those knees off the ground, arms to ceiling, and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and pulling arms down and extending forward and down. 2, keep holding those legs up, core nice and tight, and 3, and 4, last one, and 5, and back, and slowly rolling back down. Last little push for this particular exercise. Deep breath in, lifting those legs off the ground, arms off the ground, activating that core. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and drawing those gaps down, elbows towards each other. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Last one, we're going to push into that extension, into a little bit of swimming, so neck in neutral, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and lifting yourself back up into rest position. Well done, ladies, you're doing very well. I wish I could see you to tell you that face to face, but just know that I'm thinking about you, and I'm very happy and impressed that you're still pushing through. So let's keep going. We're going to do
one more set with our tummies on the floor. And if you are feeling tired, it's good because I'm very tired. I'm feeling nicely activated and I'm looking very forward to feeling good after this session. We're going to place our hands on our sides. We're going to squeeze and draw our scaps down the back, neck in neutral, activating that core, resting those glutes. You're going to lift head, neck, and chest off the ground, squeezing nicely. We're going to hold. Inhale, exhale down. We're just going to do 5 of these. Inhale, exhale up. Core tight, drawing the shoulders down the back, pushing hands into the sides. Inhale, exhale down. And 3. And inhale, exhale up. 4. And on the 5th one, we're going to hold for 10 seconds. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale, and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly rolling down. Arms overhead, lifting back into that rest position. Inhale, pushing arms towards the floor. And exhale. One more deep breath. In and out. And we are going to turn over onto our other side. Last little push for the glutes. And then we'll progress into a little bit of a warm down. Just remember, arms, hips and knees all in line with each other, lifting that top leg towards the ceiling. And we're going to inhale, exhale, kick, kick, inhale, kick, kick, keeping that height and making sure that your pelvis is nice and stable. We're going to do 4 more, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And from here, lifting that leg up towards the ceiling, and we're going to hold for 10, 9, core nice and tight, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bending that leg and extending. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Remember to keep those knees in line with each other. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's do 2 more. Let's push. 9. And we're going to hold for 5. Hips forward, knees back to get that glute activation. 3, 2, bending that leg and dropping. And if you need to, you can just release by lifting those arms up. Those knees to your chest just for a little bit. Or even just bring that one leg up. Okay, and last little push for those glutes. Let's work hard. Knees, hips, and shoulders all in line, extending that top leg. And slight forward rotation of that upper hip. We're going to do 8 up and down. And 1, and 2, and 3. Remember, I don't want you to slump into your shoulder like that. I want you to push yourself away from the wall, the floor, to have a nice crisp posture. Let's do 3 more. I've lost count, but let's keep pushing. And nice big circles forward. Nice big ones. I want you to really focus on activating that core. 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Last little push. 7, and 8, and backwards. And 1. Core tight. And 2. And 3, glutes activated, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. I hope you're ready for that extended side plank hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, leg as high as you can. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, and 1, and if you can, lift that leg for last. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, well done. Let's lean onto our backs. Placing
your right ankle onto your left knee, just to stretch out those glutes. We're going to hold. Deep breath. Close your eyes if you want to. Inhaling and exhaling. And 3, 2, 1. And one more time over to the other side. Closing those eyes. Deep breath. And inhale. And exhale. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to drop that left leg down to the floor. Extend that right leg towards the ceiling. Just pull your leg towards your knee to hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And placing your hands behind your other leg, extending that leg towards the ceiling, allowing a nice stretch, deep stretch into that hamstring. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly dropping that leg down. We're going to turn over onto our all fours. And we're going to lift and extend our legs up towards the ceiling, our pelvis towards the ceiling, but extending our legs, heels to the floor, and you're just going to rotate out, and you're going to hold. You should be getting a nice burn behind the back of your calves and the back of your hamstring, or the back of your legs into your hamstring, and holding. I'm slowly going to walk your hands back up towards your feet, keeping those legs straight. Slight bend in the knee if you have to. You're just going to pull and holding in that position. You're going to inhale, and on the exhale, you're slowly going to roll yourself back up to a standing position, opening that chest, opening those arms, and lifting those arms up towards the ceiling, lengthening as much as you can, and inhale, and exhale, back down. Well done, ladies. I'm very, very proud of you. Very impressed that you continue to do this exercise at home, even though you can't do it with me physically. But I'm looking forward to next week. We'll be doing another one just like this. And just remember to keep breathing, keep activating, and keep pushing on. Very, very proud of you, and I'm missing you lots, but I will see you soon. Sending so much love.